What, oh, what have the Fateless crew dropped for us today? Well, they're at Gamescom in Germany, and it's 7 in the morning. I'm a little off on it, which is good because I'm going to pause and play and talk. We're going to do a reaction to the demo in full. It is 11-minute videos. You can see in a second. Ready to go. We're going to blind react to it and see what the Fateless guys have dropped, see what their demo looks like. See what's going on here. Of course, we did react to the Hercules skill kind of breakdown. Now we're going to look at a full, I guess, playable demo for Gamescom. Why don't we switch over to the proper one? There they are. Official Gamescom demo in full. Make sure you like and subscribe them. Make sure you like and subscribe me. Let's react to this video and see what's going on.
Hey guys, this is Simon from
Hi, Simon.
Fateless. Yes, we've been in Germany, in Cologne. We've been at the Gamescom meet and we've been showing off Godforge, our demo, for the first time. A number of people came up to our booth and we were kind of like showing them the game, getting first-hand feedback. And today we're going to be showing you the demo. So
Hold on.
I feel like this is...
It's really weird. Sometimes when I capture, if I don't force HDR, or force SDR, it looks wrong. And sometimes if I do capture it, it looks wrong.
It's been a long time coming. It's been a real kind of like landmark for us at Fateless and you know, with our game Godforge. If you are new to Godforge and want to get involved in the beta, which is going to come early next year, you can come to the website, which I'll link down below, and sign up. You will also get to find out about Godforge and Fateless and everything about our company, and just find out as much news as you want to take in. But if you go to the beta sign up, we'll just ask you for some basic information. If you want to be involved in that, you will have to come and join our Discord as well, which again, I'll link down below, because we will be looking for feedback firsthand from players as we get to that stage of our development. I'll go from tab to tab. Now I was thinking, do I break this down into a number of videos? And this might end up going quite long because I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive, but I figured I'm going to keep it all packed into one video. So you could kind of get your fill of the demo in one go. So the first thing...
Simon, what is going on? What is going on with your headphones? You are so excited. You're so excited to show this off. Your headphones are a mess. I don't know why I point that out.
Thing we had here with this cinematic section. I'm not going to play it through
It's
in
like
full,
triggering
okay?
me.
And the reason for that is because this is going to be part of our storytelling, our lore in-game. I wanted to give you an idea of the type of campaign storytelling we're going to do. So we're going to be using this kind of like parallax storytell, where it's kind of like moving, animated 2D images. And I'll play a little bit more, but you'll get an idea of kind of the vibe we're going for, which hopefully is a little bit more interactive than what we see in some other games.
The mists of Avalon, dearest, are parting. Beyond them, I see an existence broken by time, its reality fractured, splintered. Across these cracks, like a
I'm trying to think of the last game I played that did this style. It's not unique. It's a beautiful kind of a storyboard telling thing. I'm trying to think of what it was, but I mean, I like
reed-flavored soup spew forth those that want more glory, more power, or simply just more. We need an understanding of what the world now
Anyway, so we basically going to have this kind of like cinematic's the wrong word. It's not actually the right word. It's more like just campaign storytelling throughout the different kind of like parts of the campaign, and as you go into different game modes in Godforge, just to give you a flavor of what's going on. Let's go into the hero section then. All of this was showcased on a mobile. In fact, it was optimized for mobile. So I'm showing you here on PC. It's actually not fully what it was optimized for, but you can start to get a feel for the heroes we've got, the sort of detailing that we're doing, some of the lighting stuff. Again, there's
the details there. I like it. I don't know if it's just. I mean, I like it. I said in the Hercules one that there needed to be a little almost like a sheen added, like a HDR filter or something. I don't know graphics, so I could be just pulling random. It needs to have the aperture and the light sensitivity and the HDR and SDR and the RDR and the HDMI and OP. I don't know. But it does look good. It does look pretty freaking cool.
There's work to be done here. Like the lighting needs to just be picked up a touch in areas. And it was, I will be honest, like on the mobile where we've optimized it, you could get a better flavor of some of the heroes that we were looking at. But you can already see what's going on. So you can see a faction, you can see the type of hero that they are. We have kind of like a little flourish that comes in for the heroes.
I really like Leonidas. He really looks cool. He's got the spear, the shield, the sword. I mean, probably wouldn't be holding the spear and the sword. Usually he probably... Well, maybe. If he's ambidextrous, he can like whip the spear and then grab the shield. But probably he's got the shield, throws the spear, grabs the sword, kills more people. But, you know.
As well.
Epic Order Brawler. Oh, let's hold on. Let's glean some stuff here. I forgot. So we have Odin, the Allfather, who's Asgard. He's Chaos Disruptor. So Disruptor, is that sort of like a crowd control or a negation? Interesting. He's a legendary, of course. Then we had, I think she was a common. Brazilian. I'm sure that's in Celtic. It's probably like Jen. Like, have you ever seen good friend of mine, Kaylin, her name is spelt like with 17 letters. So this is probably just Brianna. Breland Archer, Watcher of the Woods, Avalon, Order, Slayer. Is she part of the heavy metal band or... I'm curious as to what these mean because you see a bunch of different ones. Does the Slayer just mean she's a nuker? She's primary nuking? I don't know. Are common any good in this game? That's a good other question. Obviously, they have common and uncommon to show flavor of each, but are they fodder or are they actually usable? Is a question I have.
And it was
so Kurichi, Shadow Dancer, Chaos, another Disruptor.
I will be honest, like on the mobile where we've optimized it, you could get a better flavor of some of the heroes that we were looking at.
Got tats.
But you can already see what's going on. So you can see a faction, you can see the type of hero that they are.
Leonidas is a brawler order. So like the brawler, are they more like high HP, high damage, sustained damage? I'm curious as to what all these kind of break down in. And same with the order chaos. Are those the affinities, I'm guessing?
We have kind of like a little flourish.
Which is kind of how I was in my world. I wanted to do the traditional D&D 9 wheel, which would have been hard. So maybe just the 4 wheel, but the lawful, the good, evil, lawful, chaotic spectrum. I thought that would have been an interesting way to create a more dynamic wheel. So you get like, so good and evil have and lawful and chaotic have advantage and disadvantage. And in my world, I wanted to have something where it wasn't just, hey, green's over red, red's over blue, blue's over green. I wanted to have something where it was, each one had pluses and minus, depending. Like, say, lawful had a bonus to any crowd control, but a negative to pure damage. Because lawful, they want to try to subdue over, stuff like that. Anyway, that's
comes in for the heroes as well. Don't let me down, Leonidas. There we go. And you kind of get a vibe of...
Zeus is a slayer. Olympus, Order again.
Different heroes we got. All of this is still
Chaos Brawler, Anubis, Shepherd of Shadows. I like that. Aru. Chaos Brawler. Legendary.
subject to improvement. So the way this works in terms of like showing off visual.
So here's the deal. The style is what we're looking for, and he's saying this too. The styles we're looking for. The style looks awesome. You can sharpen up graphics. You can lift graphics. But is the style there? Is the design there? And that I think undoubtedly resounding yes.
Visuals. You basically have lighting and shaders on your 3D assets, and the more you kind of play around with them and get them optimized, the better honestly it's going to look. And we've got this kind of like 10-month runway where obviously we've still got plenty of time to be playing with this stuff, because the base 3D assets are immense. Like, they're so strong. And obviously with someone like an Anubis here, we would have some VFX running through his weapon. There's a lot more things which will still be done before we actually launch the game.
I mean,
this demo was just giving people a flavor of the type of aesthetic we're going for.
Order Defender, so there's more your stalwart defense guy. Probably group defense, that sort of thing. Olympus. Arthur Pendragon is on Team Olympus. Shouldn't Arthur Pendragon be on Avalon? I'm a little confused there. Is that a mistake? I'm assuming that's a mistake, because I'm pretty sure Arthur is not a member of Olympus.
King Arthur, I did show this in the Discord recently as a kind of like sneak peek, but he is now looking badass. He does have a weapon that makes some sense. Shield is absolutely insane. I feel like the cloak is really cool as well. Like, this is one of my faves, honestly. Really looking badass now. It looks like he's kind of got that Captain America vibe to me. Like, he'll keep getting up, you know? And that's what we wanted from him. So, yeah, King Arthur is looking strong. We've got Brunhild here.
Asgard, yeah.
Ready
Order
to go.
Defender,
Musashi.
Defender, yeah.
Also one of my faves right now.
Order Slayer.
Just love the... I think he's one of my faves because of this like flourish, this animation we've got going on. Ramses, who's kind of been the poster boy for a while.
Chaos Slayer.
One of our foes, the Mummy.
So, have we seen anything else? I think they've all been Order or Chaos so far. And then we've seen Brawler, Slayer, Defender, and whatever Odin was. Disruptor.
Again, just kind of like, it's a uncommon, so not as much detailing, but still pretty damn sweet. And then we've got Aphrodite.
Hello. Invoker. Oh, there's a new one. Invoker. Chaos, though, again.
Who has probably got my favorite ability in the game right now. But again, lots of work. So we've got the kind of like base of the game in terms of roster screen. Everyone's got their own skills and kind of leader bonuses and stuff like that. So that's all in the game in terms of the demo. And again, all of this stuff is subject to polish. So people were able to play around with this screen when we were at Gamescom. And then obviously we go into the battle. So in the battle, we had a predetermined level and we had predetermined heroes that you would select. So we've got 4 heroes as your offense, with Brunhild as our leader, and then Herc, Musashi, and Zeus as the offensive team. We also got this Enter Reliquary, which I've seen a few people talk about. So I'll take you through what that means as well.
Oh, okay.
Some of these, interesting actually, you just saw like blue income in there. That's because it's the first time I've loaded this up on my PC. Just exit a second. And obviously, once you've then done that, the kind of assets are loaded into your cache, I guess, and then you don't get the same type of vibe. So, right, we've already had massive feedback, by the way, from the crew that tried the game at Gamescom around some of the animation stuff, around some of the interaction. So, like when I press this one here, which is a support skill, giving my team defense up, 80% chance to place intercept on the ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns.
So like
I then have to press it on a teammate. Now, when the game is fully fleshed out, what will happen is it will flip and show you your teammates to select. We didn't manage to get that built in time for Gamescom, so for now you just have to click on a portrait, which then gives your team their defense up. I guess what I'll do is I'll throw this on auto for.
So okay, so I like this perspective thing where you're actually from the character. That's new. That's different. I can't think of a MOBA game or a mobile game, a gacha game, a game of this style where it singles into a champion when you're actually fighting and the perspective is skewed. I like that. I like that a lot.
A bit, just so you can kind of get a flavor. Or maybe I'll just strike from the heavens from Zeus. Let's just load this one in.
Well,
some good damage. Then we get some auto guns, so you can kind of just get a flavor of, you know, some of the different animations and attacks and the way it feels. Got the mummies coming at us here. Broodhild finishes the day, and it says you've uncovered a reliquary. Should we proceed? What's this mean? It's basically like a secret room in our game, and for some secret rooms you'll have to find the combinations of heroes or skill sets to allow you to find these rooms and go in there, which will be where you're able to uncover some pretty juicy loot. The idea for this for us is about community sharing, interaction. Basically allows us to do some fun stuff for events. So, suddenly we're going to throw like 10 reliquaries into the game, and it's basically with some hints, and the community go out and try and find them, and then that's how they start to farm some really cool like legendary weapons, that type of thing.
For the completionists.
So we're going in.
Say people get 100%.
We've got the blue thing because
Grand Theft
first
Auto
time we've
games.
seen the Brazilian Archer. But definitely starts to feel like we're in, a real game at this point. Let's just slow this down a minute. This is probably my favorite ability.
Oh my god, look at her.
Aphrodite ult coming at us. She stunned my whole team and pretty much getting wrecked.
Crowd control.
Okay, so after taking some hard wreckage, it's my turn to fight back. Now, one of the systems we've got in Godforge is this kind of like ultimate ability system. So it's Musashi's turn here, and I could decide, well, I want to try and take somebody out. So I could be like, well, I don't know, Zeus, ult Aphrodite. You can see she's pretty strong. She's kind of like a mini boss in this demo mode. Or I could just maybe I take the side ad out actually. I'd be like, Zeus, unleash your ult. Oh, I didn't quite get the kill, but close enough. Musashi then, I'm like, well, you just put some damage into Aphrodite because I know that Herc's got an AoE hit. So I can unleash a couple of ults at the same time if I choose to. And then get a single target hit in here.
Is it like a charge?
Go back onto 2 times speed. Zeus going again. Okay, Zeus, chill. Chill, my friend.
That's one of the things I wasn't too sure.
And then Herc's like, right, I'm going to come in with my A1 AoE hit and just get some wreckage done. So that kind of like strategic use of ults is going to be really interesting when we get a bit further into the game. We can just... It's like an AoE hit. More damage on the initial target. Pretty strong. Actually, I would have kind of liked to show you Ramsey's abilities, but I think we're going to wreck him too hard. Okay. And then onto the main boss for the demo. Anubis comes in with the AoE. And then we get a chance to kind of like fight back.
There's a lot of debuffs.
I just feel like there's still plenty of polish to do, by the way. I know I get excited, and that's because this is like my baby right now. There's plenty of polish still to be done, but it does feel like some of these abilities are landing pretty well already. And obviously, the animations and stuff we just improve over time. But Zeus not quite got his ult. But there you go.
Got like 7
so
turns.
The first playable level. There's some rewards dropping in.
Okay. Hold on. Simon. So we get gold. We get. I mean, that doesn't seem like a helmet. That seems like something different because this seems like Divine Pass, of course. So extra gold and a different resource. So there's a crystal resource. There's a gold resource. I'm curious as to what's going on here. There's a shield. Is that just a random helm? And then this is a new because it's a 6-star It's separate. Let's see. I'm curious.
Forge
Borrowing mine.
demo done. So hopefully you enjoyed it. As I say, there's
not
tons
gonna tell
more
us.
that we're doing
Son,
now between
okay.
now and beta launch. And
There's a level up. How did he get a level up when he's level 60? There's a question I have. What's going on there? Was he 59 before? I didn't even notice. But I'm really curious about this. Are these just because is this a 5-star piece, so it just gets a baby icon? If it's a noob, it's a 6-star piece, it's important, then you get 6? Or what's this saying? Is this saying you get loot and this is the loot you get, the armor you get is this? Or how does this work? And are they all 6-star 1? Is that all good? Does this mean you can level up gear past, so 1 to 16? Is it going to be the kind of 16 style? Is it going to be 12? Is it going to be 20? I want to know.
between now and release, and we'll continue with the videos. Make
We
sure
have
you
10
sub
months to figure
the
this
YouTube
out.
channel. Please share the video with anyone you think might be interested.
Awesome.
And please come and join us in the Discord as we kind of like ramp up towards beta launch. I've been Simon from Fateless. I'll see you in the next one.
Well, Simon, you unraveled more answers, but I got to tell you, it's looking pretty promising. I think that so far what we've seen is we haven't seen anything revolutionary, and that makes sense, right? Like this is in the alpha, so they're not going to bring out the big guns. They're just showing you the base of the game. This is the style and the look and the feel and the vision. But there's little tidbits of differences, right? Because in this genre, you don't make something new. You improve upon things based on experience, and I that's what I'm really looking forward to. We obviously won't see that now. We're in pre-alpha, but as we go, I'm sure we're going to. Also, if you're interested about art, this was actually I watched probably most of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched most of this art secrets reveals at Gamescom, and just the talk about like. The artist wanted everyone nude. That's a funny. You got to watch to understand what that means. But it was pretty funny. They put him on blast a bit. It was cute. And this is this is hype. It looks good. Does it look revolutionary? No, but there's differences. There's unique differences. Not only the fact that we're using gods and mythical kind of beings. Legends in lore and in history. They're stylish. They're not anime. They're not World of Warcraft style or League of Legends style artistry. This is a different level of craft, which I'm excited for because far too many games lean the other direction. It's good to see more this direction. And Simon iterated what I said in the last video. There's plenty of polish to happen. And I'm looking forward to that polish because I think if this is what it looks like now, imagine what it looks like a year from now. And as the game grows, hopefully in release. There's a few questions. I'm curious. So first of all, how I'm sure it was just a mistake, but how is Arthur? Maybe they hadn't made the new faction yet, but they made Arthur, so they just wanted to put him in a faction. How is he? He's not Olympian. He's Avalon. You can give him Avalon. You can give him Albion. You can give him in that world. But anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? What is the biggest thing about this game that you're looking forward to seeing? Are you excited about this game? A lot of people are kind of the mindset, oh, it's just another gacha. But I gotta say, having a gacha designed by people who were on the other side appeals to me because we all get that there's an expense to these games and a free-to-play path to these games. And then there's even a low spend, and how they manage those streams for the high spend, the medium spend, the low spend, and the no spend is going to hopefully be better than how these big Chinese companies or in the case of Raid, I guess Ukrainian companies that are looking at maximizing profit at the sake of profit, right? What they do is how can we make the most profit while minimizing the piss-off factor and failing sometimes quite miserably. But my gut reaction is how do we maximize profit without the expense? How do we make profit while maximizing the enjoyment of the game is probably the mindset. And if that, hopefully that formula works. And so far what we've seen is a great start. And it's got those little things that might pull you away from another game, right? Like, hey, feels familiar, and yet it's got kind of a over shoulder perspective of each individual character that I like. Cool. It's got ever changing backgrounds that can disassemble and rumble and fall apart. It's got cool graphics that rival. It's got extra. The moves look cool. All this looks good, and there's a lot more to go. So enough rambling. Let's end the video. Thank you for watching. Another Fateless video. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they come up with next. Thanks for watching. Please be kind, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.